Hi there, it's John here from Backwards Compatible with another Backwards Compatible Ramble Through. I'm playing Battlefield 3 and I'm in the tank with a young man called Jack, Manu 13, obviously a football fan. Here we are taking on what is soon to be 2 tanks, dropping a whole lot of lead into them. Our driver, obviously Jack, has decided not a good place to be, so he quite rightly moves back. Now I'm an engineer with a repair tool, so I'm going to jump out in a second and fix the tank. You can see smoke coming out of its front. The repair tool is quite handy. It earns you a lot of points if you're trying to level up, obviously. It's a little bit risky because you're out and about, but I tend to try and use the tank as a shield against incoming fire. If you repair the back of the tank, obviously it takes longer. The front of the tank is a faster repair. Again, I'm trying to use the tank as a shield against incoming fire. Just on the left, right of my vision there, in comes a jeep. A little bit silly to take on a tank and a jeep. There you go. Bit more repairing, we should be ready to go. Points galore. And here we are coming into base C. Again, I tried to repair my colleague, but he's run off. But actually, in hindsight, quite handy, because if you look at my minimap on the left in a second, you'll notice a little red bot coming in, which is obviously trying to damage the tank, and it's hampering my repair technique. So I thought, right, let's get rid of this guy. There he is, right underneath the tank there. Maybe overkill with the RPG, but it seemed to do the job. And we're ready to go again. Right, now we've moved up to point B and taking that. And there's a few chaps down there by the articulated lorry who's taking out our tank. I think our driver at this point got a bit concerned about how damaged the tank was and left, or he's about to leave. Because look what happens when I try to repair it with the enemy inside. Obviously I'm now damaging it, and I've killed myself as well, but the main thing is I've killed the driver of the tank as well, so the tank can't be used. Now I'm in a KA-60 Kazatka, apologies if I pronounce that wrong. This time, rather than using the LMG on the tank, I'm using this minigun. It's kind of lots of fun. You've got to drop a lot of lead into a vehicle to blow it up, but it's, you know, it's all contributing towards kill assist points here later on in the game. Yeah, well, we've lost point C by now, but you know, we remain philosophical about that. I reckon point A is next. Let's jump out before we get blown up. There we go. Now I spent quite a lot of time on this roof. It was actually quite enjoyable. It's a good vantage point for taking out a lot of vehicles. So make sure you've got some sort of, if you're playing as an engineer, some sort of long-range rocket-firing weapon enabled. I've got the RPG here, probably not the best one to use for vehicles. Ideally I'd use the Javelin or the Igla for ground and flight-based vehicles, but never mind. Using it to actually spot vehicles in the air and get points as well, which is always handy. Now I'm just roaming around, looking at my minimap, seeing if there's any dudes nearby to shoot. The MP7 is obviously a mid-range to short-range weapon, so takes a little more lead from a long distance to kill people. But you know, it's always worth a try. Chap down there, let's get him. Now he should not have given me enough that amount of time to shoot him. So he was obviously mucking around with his tools, so to speak. Now I got rudely awakened by helicopter landing on us. And again, a bit of fun off this roof. I couldn't get this guy here, but he's obviously popping on up to find us. But over the other side, there was some interesting little gameplay with the vehicles. Just out the corner, I can spot that the Jeep coming in, and he sits still. And even after I've dropped an RPG on him, he's still sitting still. which, you know, it's just really silly, to be honest. If you're in a vehicle and you're being shot at, move as soon as you can. Someone's got their fix on you. There's another tank arriving down there. Let's drop some shells on that as well. There we go. Now, vehicles do find, especially tanks, find it very hard to shoot up towards us. That guy there's got the right idea though. He pulled back and had a better angle on his main cannon. Well done, Cindy. Oh, Critter even. Prefer Cindy, to be honest. So here I am in a chopper over point A. I think I'll probably jump out at this point and try and take point A single-handedly, because that's the kind of guy I am. Yeah, I'm dropping a radio beacon, obviously, in case I get killed. Point A is, as I'm over the top of it, is already transferring to my ownership, which is quite handy. Of course, if there's someone down there at the same time, it makes things a bit tricky because I can't take him out. But hey, this is the coward's way, obviously. Yeah, so once it's taken, I'll go down and defend it. And there we go. Right. Let's go and keep the place tidy. Or as the Welsh say, tidy! Don't ever use the crossbow, don't know why I've got it enabled, to be honest. Just looks cool. Right, so now he knows I'm here. Try and avoid the spray and pray, it doesn't do you much good. Right, so you've got the added spice of the tank shifted around behind us as well. If he's got any sense this guy's moving around and not just hiding, so I'm going to go and see if he is hiding. And there he is. Silly boy. So far so good. I quite often switch to my pistol. Kind of carries on the lead being pumped into them whilst they're trying to reload their guns. Nobody there, nobody there. Jolly good. There we go, just mop up the last few guys that are around A. A looks fine, I'm going to move on somewhere else, I think. Now I'm joined by Paul, fellow writer Paul, showing him how not to take command of the situation in a house. Now obviously in Bad Company 2, going to a house in this sort of state of disrepair was probably a bad idea, because the whole thing would fall on top of you and flatten you, but not so much in this game, unfortunately. Let's hope Battlefield 4 remedies that situation. We think there's a sniper up on that crane up there. I'm just shelling it to scare him a little bit. Taking a few pot shots at him. God knows where he is. Meanwhile, I haven't noticed a tank approaching from the enemy. So I'm going to go try and drop some shells on it now. But unfortunately, I didn't count for the fact that it's taken out one of our tanks, and now it's on its own. So here I am running down the stairs straight into the sights of the tank. Bang. Idiot. So here we are larking around for the last few minutes. I'm hoping to take B. This guy's obviously going in to defend it, whoever's taking it. Bang. Nice sort of knifing there. And there we go. So it's at this point, Paul and I, having secured all the points single-handedly, got a little bit bored and started shooting at each other for fun. Well, thank you for watching the backwards compatible Ramble Thru. If you'd like to subscribe, then by all means click on the subscribe button and watch this space for more gaming tomfoolery.